Kingdom Hearts is known for tackling sensibilities of the heart and how positive emotions can act as a blade that will win the day. This outlook and approach, and the fact that it is indeed a Disney property with beloved Disney characters in it, has marred the series as something built and meant for kids. However, like many Disney movies themselves, this isn't truly the case, as these games have a level of darkness, both seen and unseen, that will leave many scarred when properly inferred. The nuance of these themes often get overlooked, but now I'm going to show you the true darkness of some of the most messed up things in Kingdom Hearts, in terms of moments and plot points. What's up everyone, it's your boy HMK once again. Let me know what your favorite darkest moment within Kingdom Hearts is and if it made the list. While you're at it, be sure to like and subscribe to HMK. Let's dive directly into the darkness. The theme of death is often perceived to be an erratic one in Kingdom Hearts, but when people truly die, their hearts go where all hearts return, Kingdom Hearts. However, when a heart is filled with unresolved feelings and regret, they find themselves in the final world instead, a world of sea and sky, effectively acting as a limbo of sorts. Exploring the concept of Purgatory isn't anything new in media, but how the final world is presented in the context of Kingdom Hearts is truly disturbing, as when Sora is bound there, you are able to interact and hear out the thoughts of those trapped there by their own sorrow. The Nameless Star and Naminé are the bigger examples, but the stories of the others are truly harrowing, such as unresolved feelings of battle lust of someone who fell to their rival, one who felt replaceable and forgotten by their circle only to have their suspicions confirmed after they died, a child who perished alone while playing hide and go seek with their parent, and a mother who died at childbirth. Within the narrative of Kingdom Hearts, there is the legend of the ancient Keyblade War and how it led to the destruction of the previous world. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross details aspects of this conflict as well as its tragic fallout. One of the most tragic aspects of that fallout deal with the Thieves, spirit partners that are bound to the life of their Keyblade wielder, acting as guide, assistant, and friend. Being bound to their Keyblade wielder, if their master is killed or succumbs to the darkness, they will as well, but Thieves also act as another role, perhaps their most important, protector, where when a fallen Keyblade wielder who succumbs to the war or the world's destruction, their hearts can be consumed and protected by their Thieves, and they together become an entirely new entity, a Dream Eater spirit, which adds a whole other layer of sadness and context to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Thieves aren't the only thing bound to Keyblade wielders. Of course, the Keyblade, the famous mystical weapon of the Kingdom Hearts series. These keys are actually bound to the hearts of their wielders, have a level of sentience, and that can act for or against their wielders in times of crisis, but mostly for. As the stronger the heart, the stronger the connection with the blade. Sometimes those connections are so strong that the Keyblade can act on its own when the Keyblade wielder is incapacitated or even dead, and long dead at that, showing that Keyblades can carry out the resolution of the most powerful feelings of the Keyblade wielder long after their owners have passed. Nobodies, the empty shell that are left behind after those with strong hearts and wills become a heartless. There are many different types of nobody, but one of the well-known lesser nobody, other than the Creeper, are the Dusk. These type of nobodies act as the main grunts to the Organization 13 for all sorts of tasks, from combat to the menial. In either case, these forms of nobody are far below those of the higher ranking variety, and of course leagues below that of the main organization members themselves. But what does the hierarchy of the organization have to do with Dusks? Well, it's because every organization member and nobody below that of Xemnas are always under the constant threat of being reduced to a Dusk if they do not comply with orders or even fail to meet the standards of the organization's goals. Imagine having your whole existence, or what is even left of it after becoming a nobody, is reduced to this. Yeah, and living under that constant stress from your higher ups, I'm sure there's a commentary here. Back when Radiant Garden was Hollow Bastion, and back before that when it was originally Radiant Garden, the land was ruled by the Sage King Ansem the Wise. Beloved by all due to his leadership and strides to improve the lives of his citizens, you wouldn't expect that this man would be betrayed by those closest to him. Well, that is exactly what happened. After finding a supposedly amnesic Terra Xehanort, now going by Xehanort, who eventually becomes his apprentice Xehanort, Ansem the Wise was eventually confronted by his 5 other apprentices along with Xehanort, who banded under his leadership to stage a mutiny against the Sage King and banish him to the realm of darkness to rot for all eternity. This move was done specifically so that the apprentices could continue their dangerous experiments on the darkness and the mysteries of the heart that Ansem the Wise forbade. While now it seems that the water is finally under the bridge with Ansem the Wise back in power and 4 of the 6 apprentices seeking redemption, the dark history of this event and what followed after set up many dreaded encounters and seared memories that will last years to come. But you know something that's good that'll last you years to
So, when it comes to furniture that is supposed to hold all the things near and dear to you, you have to have something that has the power, the strength, and the space to hold it all and bring you closer to it all. And that is why I'm here to present to you the Flexi Spot L-shaped riseable table. Dun, 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 dun. Let me tell you all about it. The FlexiSpot L-shaped table gives an insane amount of space to all the stuff you care about, and it gives enough strength to hold up to 200 pounds of stuff. You can raise and lower the table to your liking, and of course, input specific custom levels into mappable buttons. And of course, at this height, you can choose to stand while working or gaming or doing other things. Today on HMK, I'm going to show you how to make the best recipe for a baked bean. The first ingredient you're going to need is a baked bean. So you take your baked bean and you make sure that the baked bean is calm, nourished, and clean. We take the baked bean. You calm the baked bean. We stuff the baked bean. And then we bake the bean using the natural lights provided in the room. We raise the baked bean so that the bean can get optimal bakedness at the appropriate height. With awesome materials and a cool finish, you can't go wrong with the FlexiSpot L-shaped table that rises and lowers to your beck and call. Click the link in the description box below to grab them for yourself and take advantage of the holiday specials going on. Tell them HMK sent you. Be sure to send me some pictures and answer the call, the rising call of FlexiSpot tables.
The realm of darkness isn't a happy place, well, at least for those that are dedicated to the realm of light, especially if you don't have a black coat or a Keyblade armor. The realm experiences no time in relation to the realm of light or the realm between, and is the home for many Heartless that are greatly enhanced by the power of darkness in the realm. All these factors took a heavy toll on Aqua, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, as the realm has means to toy with its more aware inhabitants by making real certain negative aspects of the heart. With her nightmares given form, Aqua's time within the realm certainly has taken its toll, with the psychological torture staying with her even after she was finally rescued from the realm of darkness and reunited with her friends. Something that many fail to consider within Kingdom Hearts is the true duality of anatomy between that of the Heartless and the Nobodies, and how this could potentially forever affect the original persona of someone. Aside from the Princesses of Heart and those that have had their darkness wiped clean, everyone can become Heartless when they succumb to the darkness within their hearts or to other Heartless. However, the biggest variable to this equation is that not all Heartless produce a Nobody, as only those with strong hearts and wills allow their leftover body to reanimate as a Nobody, literally the willpower to continue on without having the thing that deems you as existing. In this equation, when those that are divided into Heartless and Nobodies have their separate components destroyed, they are returned to the whole and become complete once more, although the damage sustained by their Nobody is reflected on their own body. But if you never produced a Nobody, when you become a Heartless, that is truly game over, as your body and soul have long since perished, and once your Heartless is destroyed, your heart must go where all hearts return. Now, this is a whole can of worms that has yet to truly be entirely explored, but from what we know, it is still definitely messed up. Subject X is a teenage girl with amnesia that's apparently heavily coveted by multiple interested parties due to her connection with the Keyblade War and the ongoing battle between light and darkness. She was found by Ansem the Wise and apprentice Xehanort sometime within the blank points of Kingdom Hearts after the events of Birth by Sleep and before the original game. However, instead of given a chance to live a new leading life within Radiant Garden as Xehanort was given, she was experimented on and confined to the dreaded underground prison of Ansem's castle. There, she was able to find solace in Isa and Lee, who would sneak into the castle to visit her, and became the basis of their intentions within the organization. It is heavily implied, due to her unique nature and possible knowledge of the Keyblade War, Ansem the Wise had her locked in the basement dungeon so that any forbidden knowledge would not get out. As for her identity, sporadic information and outlying media have all but confirmed her to be that of Skuld, one of the Union leaders from Union Cross that was jettisoned to the future just like some of her comrades. Although she has been freed now by the machinations of Xigbar, the dark truth of how this character was treated will always be an outlier until explored within Kingdom Hearts. There are many mysteries surrounding that of the Master of Masters, including aspects of his history, the origin of his erratic character, and the depth of his ability along with his sanity. However, one of the biggest mysteries for the longest was his goals in the grand scheme of the Kingdom Hearts series. While on surface level, it was winning the Keyblade War and the elimination of darkness, but the specifics of this plan is way more terrifying than anyone could have anticipated. It is revealed that there are 13 true darknesses that have been in existence since the most ancient of times, and within that 13, there are 7 deadly darknesses, the most powerful within their ranks. The Master's goal was to initiate the Keyblade War among his followers, the Foretellers, and their own unions by planting seeds of doubt, deceit, and turmoil. The war acted as a bait to lure out these deadly darknesses, as the situation of the war produced the negative emotions that are the perfect nesting ground for these darknesses. Once exposed, the Master intends to seal these deadly darknesses within himself and his 6 other followers in order to trap them and give them form, as true darknesses without form cannot be destroyed. The rest is very apparent. However, as it turns out, the plan has already reached a point of sealing the darknesses within the Lost Masters. But to have a deadly plan like this in action to destroy the opposing force, well, it is indeed messed up. But as the Master of Masters states, it is war. Now, this is something that gets way overlooked in the grand scheme of Kingdom Hearts ever since the first game, and that deals with the human experimentation conducted by Ansem the Wise and eventually Apprentice Xehanort in his name. These experiments were conducted behind the scenes and mostly in the dead of night in the prison ward underneath the castle of Radiant Garden, a dark aspect of the so-called City of Light. The goal of these human experiments were often varied, but the end game was to understand the heart while also attempting to have it renounce its sense of self and control the mind. An avenue of these ventures utilized the darkness, and eventually in these twisted tests, the researchers were able to replicate the parameters necessary for one's heart to collapse on itself and deteriorate into a heartless. It doesn't help that not only a lot of these test subjects turned out to be children, but that these test subjects that became heartless were literally fed other people. It was this discovery that led to the explosion of Heartless in the world, thanks to Ansem's machinery being able to use the parameters to create more Heartless. As horrifying as these experiments were, they were often described in various reports to be conducted in stride, all for the sake of understanding and improving the state of knowledge currently available to the people. But none of that is an excuse for what is perhaps the darkest, most messed up thing within the story of Kingdom Hearts. There is even more darkness to be discovered, and as the series continues, I am sure we are going to get more messed up tales within this franchise. But remember guys, Kingdom Hearts is a kid's game, am I right? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK. Until the next Kingdom Hearts video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.